This is Google Sheets, which is just one version of a spreadsheet that you can use to do initial project management. I like to use a spreadsheet because on one hand, they've been around for a long time. On the other hand, they're pretty effective. And so I'm going to go through here and build out a template. So we'll call this quarterly plan. And then from here, I'll put in the initial column. So in column A here, I think this could be weeks. And then this could be some section of what I'm delivering. So maybe it's the front end. This could be the back end. And then maybe this could be DevOps tasks, something like that. And then if I maybe scroll this out a little bit so I can take all these and make it a little bit bigger. And then, clean it up a little bit in terms of visualization. I like to make it a little bit more, apparent what column I'm working on. And then from here, I would put in some date. So let's just say this was, week 1, and you could put in an actual date, and this could be week 2, or you could put a placeholder like this. But in theory, what you want here is to build out these 12 weeks that would go into a quarter. And once you've got that set up, then under here, you could build out a structure as well that also gave you a little bit of flexibility in terms of maybe the key things that you wanted to build. So we could say like, key goals for that particular part of the company. And then maybe right here, you could do the same thing. So we just copy this as well. And then what's nice about this is that it allows you to walk through what you think could happen. It doesn't mean that it will happen, but it gives you an idea for initial planning. So and we could even say right here, maybe name this tab, Q1 for whatever year that I'm working on. And then let's say for the front end, I want to maybe convert it to a single page app. That could be one of the things I'm working on. And then maybe another key goal would be I want to minimize third-party frameworks. Or whatever it is I'm trying to do. Back end, maybe it would be serverless technology. And then over here, I could start to build out week by week what I think would happen. So let's say this would be continuous delivery would get set up, and then maybe week 2 would be creating enhanced infrastructure as code. And then maybe for the front end, I would, deploy the JavaScript to S3, get initial prototype working. So you get the idea here is you just step by step start to build this out. And then what will happen is later when you go to Trello or you go to Jira or some other ticket system, you've got this idea and you can put things in there piece by piece. So most effective project management that I've done in my career, and I've managed huge projects from a 5-person team to hundreds of people across the globe. I've started with a quarterly plan here, and maybe even done a whole year, but it gives me the ideas to figure out what I think could happen. And it really doesn't mean that this is what is going to happen, but it's a lot better than not having this initial planning process. So I would say that this is probably one of the most effective ways that you could initially try to build something out. And I would start with a quarterly plan. It's a lot harder to build a whole year plan, but a quarterly plan is doable for most people. And then this will get really your ideas in writing, and then it'll help you as you plan out each week what it is you want to build. And then it'll make sure that you're holding yourself accountable and you're not trying to build something that's not doable. And this will really help you estimate as well. So the spreadsheet, even though it's been around for decades, is one of the most effective tools that you can use for project management.